Jack Johnson was a black man back when white people lynched Negroes on weekends. They would send him letters saying, "You fighting a white man, and if you knock him out, we'll kill you." He said, "Just kill my black buggers, I'm gonna knock this white man cold." I know I'm bad, but he was crazy.
This was the white man's crown, and everybody hated him for it.
Jack Johnson was a man 100 years ahead of his time. Born in 1878, Jack grew up in Galveston, Texas, in a racially tolerant neighborhood. While Galveston may have been an oasis of tolerance, the rest of the world was decidedly not. Jack Johnson was bold enough to attempt to declare his personal independence in a world defined by race. In his search for money, he didn't have to grow from the ground. Jack started taking part in events called battle royales. These were contests where several black men were blindfolded and made to fight while the crowds drank and cheered and placed bets with blood money. Jack learned to fight mostly without the aid of his sight. He learns to read his opponent's movements like Braille, and he starts winning these brutal, degrading contests with alarming consistency. Jack builds enough of a reputation blindfolded that eventually he starts taking and winning regular boxing matches. While boxing was less segregated than the rest of the country, a man of any race could earn a living assuming he could fight. Jack Johnson could certainly fight. The only title in boxing that was truly segregated was the heavyweight championship. While black fighters had claimed the titles at the lower weights, the discrimination against black heavyweights ran deep until Jack Johnson got too good and too loud to simply ignore. At the turn of the century, prize fighting was technically illegal. In 1901, he fights a veteran knockout artist in Joe Choinsky. While Choinsky beat Jack, they ended up in jail, sharing a cell for prize fighting. An enterprising sheriff saw an opportunity and snuck 2 pairs of gloves to them so they could spar. It was in a jail cell where Jack was put through his professional paces. The sparring prisoners started drawing crowds, and the sheriff started charging to watch. Soon released on good behavior and with a few new tricks in his bag, Jack would make his run at the segregated title.
Without a domain, your website is invisible. With hosting your domains, you are in business. Every website needs a good name.
Johnson makes his mark on the division when he upsets the 2-time former colored champion, Frank Childs. The next year, he faced off with the reigning champion, Denver Ed Martin, and beat him on points over 20 rounds. Jack Johnson's reign over the colored title alone made him a great. Many of his most difficult opponents he met in defense of the colored title. While he was proud of his accomplishment, Jack wasn't satisfied holding a title with a qualifier like colored in its description. As Johnson began his march toward the championship and the old guard of boxing closed ranks against him, the white champion Jack wanted to fight was a tank of a man named Jim Jeffries. By 1904, Jeffries had defended the title 7 times against exclusively white contenders. He retired undefeated, never giving Jack a shot at the title. Jack took that personally. The next champion was decided when underdog Tommy Burns won a 20-round decision over Marvin Hart. Tommy defended his championship 11 times before finally agreeing to fight Jack after he purchased ringside seats and started taunting Tommy during his fights. Burns was eloquent in his defense in taking on Johnson, spoke a quote worthy enough to credit him as the first true world champion. No venue in either the US or the UK was willing to hold the fight for fear of a riot. The fight eventually found a home in Sydney, Australia.
With the understanding that if it got out of hand, the local constabulary would come in and stop the fight.
The moment Jack Johnson finally comes to grips with the white champion, he smiles a gold-toothed grin at the crowd. Every Jack Johnson fight was in front of mostly white crowds that showered him in racial slurs and threats of violence. Johnson smiled through it.
Within a few seconds, Burns was on the floor. Burns got up and was knocked down again.
Jack's mastery in the clinch made the champion a ragdoll. Tommy looked like a teenager trying to wrestle with his new stepdad. Johnson controlled every second. The film is stopped by local police the moment Tommy is about to hit the floor.
Talking about politics coming from a view of
Unquestionable,
the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog?
the best fighter in boxing.
We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers, none of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood people, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
we did a pod. I think we did emergency pod that day. And I said then, Donald Trump in this election was going to have a woman problem. Not only the shit that come out his mouth, but he was going to have a woman problem with this abortion issue. It showed up in the midterms when they thought it was going to be a red wave, and it wasn't. But it's showing up. It's really showing up now with the shit he said, bragging about it and all this shit. It's a known fact. Women vote. Women outvote men. And especially when you got an issue that appeals to women. And this issue is all about women. This is all about women. So when you got that on the on the ticket, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that's one of the issues. That issue right there, women's health and controlling your own body, what to do with your own body, that shit's going to trump immigration. With women, it's going to trump immigration. It's going to trump anything. Because if she can't control her own body, what do any of those other issues mean to her? So that's why he has a woman problem. And he been had a woman problem. Then he put a dumbass on the ticket who wants to monitor. He wants states to monitor women's menstrual periods. What kind of shit is that? So their women problem just got worse, and he knows it. That's why he's flip-flopping. That's why he's trying to say anything that keep him from, I don't want to say bleeding women, because that's not cool. That's not cool. I don't want to say keep him from losing women at the rate him and JD Vance continue to lose women. Because look, she's beating the shit out of him amongst women and young people. Them. And that's where the abortion issue comes in. And then now you have men speaking up, men talking about, husbands are out there talking about infertility and their wives' health and them having problems with, if they don't get the help, the medical care that they need, that they might not ever be able to start a family. So this issue is deep, and this is the issue among a lot of people.
Exactly, because this now brings in people that normally wasn't thinking about motherfucking Democrats or any none of that shit, right? These are people that normally will be swayed either way. They don't give a fuck. If the economy doing good, they just go sway wherever the economy at, right? But now this issue right here makes them stick on one thing: is the health, first of all, and then the freedom of women. That's a big issue now. It's like that's something that me and you and Trump, no men on this earth right now can understand what's going on in women's mind right now, and what are they going to do when they go in these polls, right? Even Trump women, right? They probably can scream and shit all out if they want, but once they go in that joint, they don't want their rights taken away. No, you feel me? They might come back out screaming the Trump shit, but they ain't gonna go in that joint. You don't feel me? Like some of these people are gonna make a hard decision, like women, black men. Like they're gonna have to make these hard decisions on what are you doing? Are you really with the MAGA all the way to the voting too? You feel me? Mm-hmm. Or you with this TV shit and not the vote? There's a big difference.
I think part of his flip-flopping is he want to try to hold on to postmenopausal women. That's women that's past childbearing. The women that went through menopause. I think they want to try to hold. They think they can hold on to some of them. but you're not gonna hold on to them either because they got daughters and granddaughters.
This is a bad situation.
Like I said, he has a woman problem,
and that's why you hear him flipping around
right,
all over the place.
And as it got closer, and see all that other shit he was talking about during that whole time, and I kept saying it. It's a woman problem. It's gonna come back down to a woman problem because you can let him talk about immigration, mass deportation, and all that shit. Let him get that out there because he's gonna lose votes in that too. That way too, along them constituencies, along Hispanics, and then this Project 2025 shit came out, so you losing voters amongst them. But it was going to always come back, especially when she got on the ticket. It was always going to come back to women's rights. Women's rights, and you got a woman running for president that's fighting for them women's rights and been fighting for them women's rights since the Supreme Court made that decision. And it was always going to come back down. And it to me, that was Biden's ace in the hole. That's why I always thought that with Biden on the ticket, I thought it would be close, but he would eke it out. And I always thought he would eke it out because women and women's health care and reproductive rights is always going to be a big issue. It was always going to be a big issue. That's why I thought he would eke it out. But with her on the ticket and the way women is flocking to her, he in trouble.
And then they gonna say, oh, the government, or they gonna mandate paying for all that. He just jumped way out of that joint, out the window with that shit. Because then again, that goes against everything y'all been saying. First,
everything.
Obamacare. Y'all didn't want to know why you do that. So now pay for it. Now mandate it. You ain't want nobody to mandate the vaccines. Now you're gonna let him mandate this. Yeah. Like y'all just not making no sense at this point, bro. You all over the place. It just one argument is not making sense with the other argument. Y'all arguing with yourselves at this point.
But see, I think it's the campaign trying to get him to go one way, and he is going any which way he going.
I feel
because the day that he came out against that, and first they was against IVF treatments and stuff like that, but then all of a sudden he said they was against it. Then he came back and said he was for IVF treatments and wanted to let the government pay for IVF treatments for women who couldn't have children, or had difficulty having children, or whatever. Then he said that Republicans went into a meltdown. They had a fit about that. And the same day he flip-flop again,
because that is not your platform. That is not what you run on.
Yeah.
Like you can't just act like you're a Democrat in the middle of a race.
Remember,
that doesn't make any sense. For example, he said, if your insurance don't pay for it, the government pay for it, right? You know how much these joints cost? Mm-hmm. Just one person, one person alone, almost $40,000. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna pay for everybody that want these joints. Now there's gonna be more people that gonna jump in line to get these joints. Mm-hmm. Do you know how much money that is? On top of a tax cut for rich, bro, he's not even making no sense at this point. He's just really saying anything. It is no way possible. He can't even do that. And then if that was the case, why would you not just stay with Obamacare and just strengthen that instead of trying to tear it apart and then make believe you want to have these other ideas? Like this shit is silly to me, bro.
I'm glad you said that because I know you heard last week when he said we're going to keep Obamacare.
I missed that one.
Oh, yes. I think it was last week.
He couldn't have said that.
Yes, he did. He said we're going to keep Obamacare, and he said we're going to make it better. Huh? Yes.
Say again.
Or keep Obamacare till they come up with something better.
So to me,
that was last week.
If there was a all you MAGAs and all that, if this was so much of a good candidate for y'all love him so much.
I love him so much.
Why the fuck is he switching all the shit y'all love now? Y'all losing me on that.
You still think he a good campaigner?
Hell yeah. Him campaigning and what's going on now are two different things. Because I don't know who running this shit.
Oh shit.
This is nobody doing anything, but he just out here doing whatever he want. There's nobody running this shit. This is a loose campaign, loose out this.
He just a
motherfucker.
loose. He's a loose
Up
cat.
until motherfucker. Now he beat the shit out of Biden, bro. What are we talking about? Now these last 4 weeks, this campaign is just out of the motherfucking him. He can't. It's over. He can't figure it out. He can't think of nothing. It's just over, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gonna try to find something eventually, just some shit we don't know about, some deep gutter shit. But other than that, this campaign just have nothing no more.
That's why he pulled out the Willie Brown shit.
And then that
He knew that was a
motherfucker.
lie.
First of all, he went on Chris Matthews. Shout out to Chris Matthews. That's my guy. That's my guy on MSNBC, but he's not on anymore. But he went on there and Chris pressed him out.
What should the law be on abortion?
Well, I have been pro-life.
I know. What
And
should
I've
the
been
law? I
that
know
way
your
for a while.
principle. That's a good value, but
Well, you know,
what should be the law?
This presidential election is going to be very important to me. It depends on who gets elected, because somebody's going to appoint conservative judges and somebody's going to appoint liberal judges, depending on who wins.
I've never understood the pro-life position.
Well,
I never
you
understood it
know,
because I
a
understand
lot
the
of people do
principle.
understand.
It's human life as people see it. But
Which
what
it is.
crime? What crime is it?
Well, it's human life.
No. Should the woman be punished for having an abortion?
Look, I would say that it's a very serious problem, and it's a problem that we have to decide on. It's very hard.
But you're for
are you
banning
going to
it.
say, well, wait, are you going to say put them in jail? Is that
Well,
the
no, what I'm
punishment that
asking
you're talking
you
about?
because you say you want to ban it. What's that mean?
I am pro-life, yes.
What is
I am
ban? How do you
pro-life.
ban abortion? How do you actually do it?
Well, you know, you'll go back to a position like they had where people will perhaps go to illegal places.
Yeah.
But you have to ban it.
Do you believe
No, but you're-
do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no? As a principle
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
for the woman.
Yeah, there has to be some form.
10
Let me
cents,
just
10
tell you,
years,
I don't
what?
know. That I don't know. That
Why
I don't
not?
know. I don't
You
know.
take
because I
positions
don't
and everything
wanna-
else?
I do take positions and everything else. It's a very complicated position.
I'm asking. You're running for president. I'm not. I'm
Chris,
asking you.
Chris.
What should a woman face
No,
if she
I
chooses
can't-
to have
I'm
an
not
abortion?
going to do that. I'm not
Why
going to play
not?
that game. You have.
You said you're pro-life.
I am pro-life.
That means banning abortion.
And so is the Catholic Church pro-life.
Okay.
You're not Catholic, Trump.
Okay. Right
Don't
there.
even try that.
It's the key point I was trying to make is when they say they pro-life, that's banning abortion. Period. Period. So when he starts saying shit like, "Oh, 6 weeks not enough," what? Like if I'm a Republican, right?
Mhm.
And my mom think, "What the fuck are you talking about? It should be none. Why would you say 6 weeks not enough when it shouldn't be no weeks?"
Yeah, if you
He
that-
missing the point
if you that
of
strong on it.
being pro-life.
Mhm.
Pro-life means that's what they trying to tell you is Reagan was pro-life, right? And he kind of say he just like Reagan. Reagan wanted to ban abortions except for incest, rape, and the life of the mother, right? But other than that, it's banned. It's not no weeks. It's not a week, 2 week, none of that. It's either these three situations or no. You feel me?
And most Republicans don't want that. They didn't want it. I don't even think Reagan wanted that for real. But
And that's where we getting to the point where they overplayed
but
themselves, bro,
see,
with this
the
bullshit.
thing about it was, I believe, and somebody can get me wrong, get me right if I'm wrong. I think when Roe v. Wade, when the Supreme Court voted for Roe v. Wade in I think it was 1972, something like that. I think Nixon was in office. Gerald Ford, we ain't tripping off of him. He got too much on his plate. But around the 80s and Ronald Reagan, that's when me in my lifetime, I really started hearing them want to hear about Roe v. Wade and abortion rights
Because the pro-life movement.
Right. Because you had a pro-life movement.
Which
there.
means no abortions,
and
period.
they wanted no exceptions.
Yes. Now,
No
Reagan was the only person
the
that
only-
said, except for incest and rape.
Mhm.
So there's only
And
two
I don't even know
situations. Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything else is not weeks or none of that. It's just none of that. It's
Yeah,
just
that
only
might
if
be-
these things happen.
Because
Other than that, it's banned.
yeah, because I never really listened to or heard Reagan's position on abortion rights and
He says
exceptions.
it's exception for
Okay,
rape
so
and
he
sex.
probably did, because that was basically the law of the land, and that's what everybody accepted. Those three exceptions: rape, incest, and life of the mother.
I don't think he know what pro-life is.
And that's why, look, that's why it matters who the fuck you put in office. Because this dude, they put this dude in office, and you had a right to vote for who you want to, but you got to suffer the consequences of who you put in office. This dude didn't know what the fuck he was doing. You had fucking white nationalists like Steve Bannon and all these other people, these far-right people that was in the cabinet and was his advisors, advising him this shit. He probably wasn't even thinking about it when he went in, when he got in. They said, this is our chance to overturn it. And it was basically what they wanted for the country, and fuck what everybody else that didn't vote for Trump wanted. That was the whole 4 years of Trump was about. He was about taking care of those who voted for him and fuck everybody else. That was basically what his 4 years was. That's why it matters who you put the fucking office.
But to me, the Republicans blew a lot by using Trump as their nominee for one.
Yeah.
And when you say like when we started this podcast, right? We looking for the MAGAs. I mean, MAGAs. But really, what burned us up was the misleading black motherfuckers, right?
We gonna get to that.
And when we look at this, when we back up and look at the situation now, Republicans overplayed their hand with abortion.
Yeah.
When they kept playing like they were so holy endowed, when they wasn't getting an abortion, when they really was, even it paying for their mistresses and all that shit to get abortions. So they was doing abortions, right?
Yeah.
But then going to voting against it. So they was already foul as fuck, right?
Right. So you a hypocrite off the break.
Yeah. So that was their whole thing. Now that's exposed. Everybody see you're not Christians. Everybody see you're not holy than now. We see it now because of the food that you're backing. It's just real clear. So it's hard for y'all now to just look at us and be like, oh, we got to do everything Christian and all this stuff, because you're not living up to the truth. So why would you put that on us? That's the whole problem with this abortion shit. That's what me and you have a problem with. But the abortion shit to me is more of like a Muslim country, and it's what they trying to do far as Christian here. It's them doing the same thing as Muslim countries. If you look at Project 2025, it's whatever going on in Muslim countries, but they're using Christianity here to do the same fucking thing.
It's basically this. They thought and they felt because they won in 2020 that they do what they want, enforce their beliefs and what they believe and what they wanted on the country, and basically fuck everybody else. That's what they believe. They fuck it. We won, to the victor goes the spoils. Not realizing you gotta think about this shit. You gotta debate this shit and within yourself. When you become president, I don't give a fuck if it was a 50-50 election or what. You are not just the president of the people that voted for you. You're the president of the whole country. Because now even that decision that you made, it affected the people that even voted for you. It affected the women that you voted for you. And you showed, and you came to show by the words that come out your mouth that you don't even give a fuck about the women that voted for you. They just trying to force what they believe, if that's your beliefs, but you can't force it on it. It's not good. If it's not good for the country, you can't force your beliefs on everybody.
So what I'm saying is they overplayed themselves so much in this last 2-3 years that now that the fact that Biden is not the candidate and somebody else is, all that is now exposed. And it's so crazy right now how the table just flipped up. You can see these people for who they are right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So when you run on, I don't think she should run on abortion, but she doing it anyway. She run on that. When she run on the border, everything else plays itself out after that. Yeah. So I just think now Republicans put themselves in a position where a Democrat can reach so far over into the Republican side and reach so deep into there that they're going to pull so much of them out, it's going to be nothing but MAGAs left voting for him. And I really think that they overplayed themselves by women.
They really did.
Pressing it out. It's like they just can't vote for him. You got military people can't vote for him. You feel me? Yeah. So he's just leaving it so that, and that's why I say she run a perfect campaign. I wouldn't have done it. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have reached out to near Republican or MAGA. Fuck them. But she did it, and it's paying off for her because she saw the landscape of it's so much room in here. You know what I'm saying? That just talk to a Republican. Don't give them what they want because we're going to do what we want as Democrats. But talk to them with the what she do in that speech. Talk about she going Israel. No problem with Israel at all. We're going to have the strongest motherfucking fighting force in the world. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. None of that shit is Democratic talking shit. But she chose to talk this way just to get Republicans comfortable with her. You feel me?
Yeah.
So she can reach deep into there and yank some of them out. That's why you got so many that was in the DNC. This motherfucking, this strategy is something I didn't think of. But now looking at her, how she doing it, it's just going to play out so good once it's time to vote. You know what I'm saying? It's just not enough people for the Trump. You feel me?
This is what she did. Because let's go back to another back and forth me and you had. We went back and forth about MAGA and how powerful MAGA was, or how big a vote MAGA was. And I was saying MAGA it's enough MAGA to win the Republican primary, but it's not enough MAGA to win the general. Just like you said, he's going to end up with only MAGA voters voting for him. That's all he's going to have.
But that was different before with Biden.
Yeah,
you had
Biden,
MAGA sympathizers voting for him.
Right. But what she did,
that's my point.
She did when she got in the race, and which was smart of her to do, because she has to do it anyway. If she's going to govern and govern effectively, she has to do it anyway. But she did what, like you would say, she reached out, she put her hand out and said, hold up. When I get in, if I get into office, I'm not just president for the Democratic Party. I'm president for everybody. Everybody, you know, you can come talk to me. You can come talk to me. I might not listen to half the shit you say, but my door is open. But I'm willing to, you know.
When she talked to her Republicans, when she say, all right, I want to build 3 million new homes, why would a Republican disagree with that? Now you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The stuff she said, $25,000 for this new homes. It's just hard to say you hate that. Yeah. Or $35 cap on insulin. It's tough to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Either you just don't like her, period. But at this point, you got somebody on that's a Republican, you're a Republican, that you just can't stand. Now you see what I'm saying? And then in your mind, you think, okay, 3 million new houses. She's not a bad person. She's not really going. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad. We could just argue after this and vote for it. You feel me?
But see, they can run against. They're going to run against that. They're going to run against that in the election anyway. But it's going to end up just like the infrastructure bill. No Republican voted for the infrastructure bill, right?
Obamacare
even. Right. So no Republican voted for either one of them bills.
That's crazy.
But when the ribbon cuttings go down,
that's some shit.
Who are the main ones out? Go down in their districts. They out there cheesing. When that money come through, that's why Biden was fucking them up with that shit. Like, you say, yeah, when that money got to your district, you was out there.
That's
smiling.
The bullshit. Now you see what I'm saying.
Now
how a Republican fucked something up,
yeah,
and then they run on Democrats fucked it up. What is that?
when you got a part, a lot of them 3 million new homes going to give me a red state, Mississippi, going to the poor parts of Mississippi. They got whites and blacks in Mississippi, trailer park people.
Yeah, they were trying to get out those trailer park in the house.
Who are going to be there cheesing? The Republican governor, the Republican senator, and all that shit. Yeah, they're gonna run against it now. But when she do it, you know what? And then they're going to run on it and say that they bought the shit to that state.
Exactly. That's just like child tax credit. Now they trying to act like they for it, but guess what? J.D. Vance voted against it 2-3 times.
Right.
So you don't really want it. You're lying.
Just like the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, as it still should be known. Now, Obamacare is so popular that it's really, really popular, and people want to keep Obamacare, don't want you to fuck with Obamacare, but want you to strengthen Obamacare. Now you got even Trump comes out and says, no, I'm not gonna fuck with Obama.
Now you see what I'm saying? You can always tell where the politics are going by who's squealing the loudest and what they coming out with. Like he just coming out of blue with stuff, meaning he looking at polls and just screaming out loud after that. Yeah. Now, bruh, y'all know we do follow around these fools that's so-called black, famous people. You know what I'm saying? So this week right here, we got Tyrese, right? Now everybody know Tyrese for crying all the time, right? With the baby mama problems, right? Which we get it. Do your thing.
Your thing, man.
Now, again, I agree with athletes joining in. In fact, we could talk more about this after we hit this fool, right? I agree on athletes. I agree on motherfucking movie stars. I agree on all that, right? But you gotta know what the fuck you talking about, though.
Got to know the fuck you talking about.
To be honest with you, though. So we got this man here. He got Ben Crunk here. Now I watched the whole joint. Now I realize what was going on here. It would hold through the joint. Ben Crunk can barely hear him. Something was going on with the connection, and it kept going out too. So
I hope so.
I'm thinking when he was talking to some of this time, he barely can hear him. I don't think he can hear him.
Fuck Ben, let him get away with some shit like
because
that.
At the beginning,
he's a civil rights lawyer.
Like in the first 2-3 minutes, it kept freezing.
Okay.
And he'll come back out. He just started saying his normal talking points as a black civil rights leader, right? Mm-hmm. Thinking main man said some shit that he agreed with. So he'd be like, yes. You're a person that speak your mind. Speak your mind. That's what you're supposed to do. So in my mind, I'm thinking he was never actually hearing directly everything he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Or where he was going with it. Where it sounded to him was hate crimes. So to me, I just felt like Ben Crump was just off. And then another thing about my man Crump is he came really and goes and all these different people having different things when he's a civil rights attorney, right? Where like shit. Kamala be gone 2-3 years from now. You know, Biden about to be gone. People come and go. Like he still have to do this business, his job of civil rights. You feel me? And people can't feel like he biased. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's hard for him to really dive in and block these fools from saying jackass shit because he had no other choice but to let him say it and probably say something at the end to let everybody feel more comfortable about what the fuck he just said. You know what I'm saying? It's just like. He can't jump out. Look, fool. Look, Kamala did this. You talking stupid. Trump's a racist and all that. He can't. I don't think he can do that. Now, Al Sharpton can because he's not real. He's not an actual lawyer that was relying on money to do cases. You feel me? He was more of a spokesman and an advocate. You know what I'm saying? Where he can go into deeper with, you know what I'm saying, with these fools. He can say something about this fool. He can say something about 50 Cent. You feel me? Yeah. He ain't in that position.
My thing when I seen the video and I'm like, I know goddamn well Ben Crump ain't letting him get away with that shit is because Ben Crump is a civil rights lawyer, and the bills and the anti-hate bills that's out there that been passed.
Oh, nobody knows
is what he wins a lot of his cases on.
Exactly. So everybody know what we're talking about. We're gonna play his name Tyrese, right?
And then Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Signed an Asian hate crime bill, which makes it beyond illegal to ever purposely and maliciously do anything to anybody in the Asian community. And there was a spike in crimes and criminal behavior in and around COVID, allegedly and specifically motivated by Trump.
Allegedly.
And so everybody start treating Asians,
Me and you got to step
beating
out
them,
back.
killing them, shooting them, stabbing them, hurting them. And then he gets into the White House, skips over every black and brown Mexican and Latino that have been getting killed like flies, and he makes it a law. Asian hate crime bill is signed into law. So whether you're a police officer or a regular civilian, if you wake up on a Wednesday and say, he's Asian, a woman or a man, let's go do something bad to them, which God forbid would ever happen again.
See,
but it is a crime bill that was signed into law that protects Asians at all costs. Where is that same fucking law to be signed into law when it comes to black and brown people? Because what you're doing is, President Biden and Kamala Harris, what you're doing is you're saying that black and brown people will continue to be disposable. That's why we got to vote, and we got to make sure our voices are heard, Tyrese. And it matters when we speak up and speak truth to power. When we speak what's on our heart, we will be heard. But first, you got to have the courage to speak up. And that's why I love you, Tyrese. You speak your heart, and your heart will never fail you. President Biden and Kamala Harris.
Now you see what I'm saying about Mike Crump. This is like, he was generic with it. It's like, I don't think he engaged to everything he said.
I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna say this. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He deserved the benefit of the doubt because he did a lot of work around those hate crime bills that's geared because of black people. Now, Mr. Tyrese, you are ignorant, motherfucker. Do you know that every fucking bill of any kind of bill that's a hate crime bill against Latinos, against Asians, against homosexuals, against anybody, it all came off of the fucking hate crime bills that was against black people? You idiot. And if you want to know the latest one that's on the books, and I remember this vividly, when in Jasper, Texas, white dudes strung up James Byrd to the back of their pickup truck and dragged him till he died. I remember that. That shit was all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it. Dennis Rodman paid for the funeral. Because of that, that's when you got this. I think it was like the third one. That's when you got the James Byrd Act, the Matthew Shepard Act. You had all of that,
bro.
What the fuck are you talking about? Google it. You'll get it.
It's not even that with these people, man. Tyrese, what's his name again? Tyrese. Crying all over the fucking internet like a little. He's so sensitive that he mad people laughing at him for crying, but he was crying on the internet. That's some jackass shit. Now, if he did his homework before he went on a joint and did a dumbass rant, that's why I had no problem with actors doing this, but at least know what the fuck you talking about, because too many people listen to you without checking behind your ass.
Correct.
First of all, Obama passed a motherfucking bill, I think it was 2010 or some shit, where it was a human rights bill. Human rights. It was the largest bill at the time. It was for bisexual, gay, this is the only part that people hear, and lesbian civil rights organizations, that bill, and black, I'm going to say color on this joint, black, Hispanic, and disabled. So that was in 2010. Then we got a Biden who signed a few bills, including the anti-election bill.
Come on.
Including that. Like, what the fuck? Out of all joints there, you gotta say the anti-election bill. Listen, black motherfuckers gotta be a motherfucker anti-hate joint. At least you gotta give them that. You know what I'm saying? And this was a bump. And then Biden. So, and then people gotta understand, Trump started that shit when he kept calling China, all these people, all this shit at the time when we was doing during that pandemic, which raised the level of hatred towards this group, you jackass. And meanwhile, put the wall up too. We're gonna get on Mexicans while they at it. You stupid motherfucker. Meanwhile, black people are already under bills. What is wrong with you?
Now, see, Tyrese.
Just act like Martin Luther King never existed.
Now, Tyrese, and I got to ask you this.
Jackass.
I got to ask you this, Tyrese. Wasn't it you? Wasn't it your black ass out there doing the George Floyd protest with your camouflage on and your black beret, looking like a fake ass Black Panther? When you out there and doing them protests? Now, what came out of what happened to George Floyd and them protests? You had the George Floyd bill.
Thank you.
Who the fuck blocked the George Floyd bill? Why is that not in law right now?
That's what I mean about these clowns.
This is the problem.
We've been doing this shit for 2 years off the street. And at this point, y'all can't be this goddamn stupid. For real.
Y'all cannot use your platform.
Like, you can't be this jackasses.
Well, if you are going to use your platform and use your name and jump out there, you can't jump out there misinformed. You can't jump out there not knowing what
he
the
was
fuck
so
you talking
emotional
about.
with it too. He
and
know
it
what the fuck
was
he talking about.
wrong as shit. You loud and wrong. But you
tell me
cannot,
about what they gonna do it for the black people.
You cannot jump out there without doing. If you're going to jump out there, jump out. Know what the fuck you talking about. Do your research,
please.
It's not hard.
Emmett Till bill. Did he even know about that? I doubt it.
It has been so many.
I doubt he even know about the Emmett Till bill.
Many.
He's a jackass.
Emmett Till, like I said, Matthew Shepard, James Byrd. You got the anti-lynching law,
and they also tried to pass the George Floyd bill that somebody blocked.
The Civil Rights Act.
That somebody that too.
What the fuck is the Civil Rights Act? You idiot!
He's a dumb fool for that, bruh.
Come on, yeah.
These niggas be tripping out.
Y'all cannot be that ignorant.
No, they are. They are.
You
cannot. It shows it. See, when we look back on it, like we started this joint off with motherfucking Jack Johnson. That nigga ain't give a fuck.
Right.
He was gonna get hung, but he beat the shot. He didn't give a fuck, and he fucked their bitches.
Oh, and
he really ain't give a fuck. He's a bad motherfucker.
About Jack Johnson, do you know that they just fucking President Biden did it? Just cleared his motherfucking record.
About that.
Just pardon him over some bullshit, over a fucking Mann Act.
Jack Johnson, exactly. That
Over
was just
Mann
recent.
Act. And y'all don't even know what the fuck a Mann Act is.
That was just recent.
Yeah.
So back in the day, he was fucking white women and beating the shit out of white men.
That was the fuck.
He was a problem.
And that's what they got him for. He got him on a Mann Act. He took a white girl across the state line, they tear that ass up. And that's called a Mann Act. And he got locked up for it.
And so that's what we have now. That's why you got people like us. We don't forget our folks.
See,
we don't forget our Negroes. Negroes.
No.
Now here you gonna have Ice Cube right now.
Okay, now here you go.
Talking his bullshit. Now again, Ice Cube. I keep telling people this, right? I gotta tell people this before we go on him the way I do. That this is my favorite fucking rapper of all time. To this day, I tell you, in the top 3 of all time. I've been saying this for 24 years now. If that, you know what I'm saying? And since I was 17, I've been fucking with Ice Cube. Anybody that met me know Ice Cube. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube and the Bears. And Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But those 3 motherfuckers. But Ice Cube was my man, right? That's music's aside. Ever since he left music, he's been on something completely different. And he talks some dumbass shit. Now, I know people have been following lately, the MAGAs, black MAGAs, they love him, right? But we're gonna listen to something we saying. What we do is just break y'all bitch niggas down, like we did. Who was his name again? Tyrese bitch ass. Yeah. But you gonna break y'all down, and move the fuck on, cause y'all some dumbasses. First of all, correct. And the people that watch y'all and listen to y'all at this point is following dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is motherfucking Ice Cube. Shouts out to Tipsy, whoever fuck her on
X.
Now listen to this.
The process. You don't vote just to vote. You vote because you're getting something or your community is getting something. So everybody that's telling you that, man, look at them and say, what are you getting? Because people that just want you to vote and not ask for nothing, people that's in power that want you to vote but don't want you to get anything or not asking for you to get anything economically, they suspect, straight up. Because a lot of people been in place for a long time and we ain't got shit. That shit gonna end. That shit gonna end. We gonna get what we supposed to get. Period. And anybody asking you not to ask, I wouldn't listen to them. Because that's the process. Every community asks for what they want. And we gonna do the same goddamn thing. Anybody telling you that you gotta vote, that it's your duty, that you have to exercise the right, and that people died for you to vote. For one, people did die, but nobody walked out their house to go die for you to vote. They were killed by probably some racists that don't want to see us get anything. Be skeptical of anybody telling you to vote and not telling you to ask for anything or to tell you to just vote and not by probably to go die for you to vote. They were killed by probably some racists that don't want to see us getting.
Well. There's another motherfucking idiot. All right, Ice Cube. Okay, you want to tell people not to vote, or they don't have to vote. They don't have to vote. Get something before you vote. What have we been telling people on this podcast for the longest time? We don't give a fuck who you vote for. We just want you to vote, and we want you to vote and vote your interests. What interests you? What matters in your life, in your family's life, and the life of your community? We've always said that you can go back to podcast number 1. We always said that. But you to sit out here and tell people, oh, you don't have to vote, and try to downplay voting. Dude, no matter what happens, if Kamala Harris wins, you all right. If motherfucking Donald Trump wins, you all right. But let me ask you something. You want to talk about the people getting something. The people getting something for their vote. How many of these people, because of the platform you on and your name, how many of these people have you organized? How many times have you went back to Compton and did a voter registration drive, or talked to the people and know what issues are concerning them, so you can take it to the higher ups when you go talk to the Trumps, or you go talk to the Jared Kushners, you go talk to the Steve Bannons. You can go talk to them about the big 3, but you can't go talk to them about Compton. Okay, you pissed off because people don't want to listen to you. That was one of your grievances too. What the fuck are you bringing to the table? Are you going back? organizing in the city of Compton, or in the town or the neighborhood of Compton in the city of Los Angeles, and got 5, 10, 15, 20,000 signatures to say, this is what we demanding for our families and our communities. And if we don't get this, we got enough people on the voter rolls to vote your ass out. Have you done that? See, it's easy to sit up on your fucking high horse when you know you're going to be all right and tell people, yo, you don't got to vote. Get something for your vote. What the fuck you think they're trying to get? If people didn't go out and vote for Obama, would people have health care? Okay. If the people didn't go out and vote for Joe Biden, would black unemployment be down?
Or $35 cap.
Would people be able to afford insulin and other medications?
No, they would not. No. How many people would have died if Trump would have won? You would have never capped anything on anything.
Nothing. So, and going back, if people hadn't vote when for Social Security and Medicare and all of that shit, if people hadn't voted their interest in 1965, would we have got the fucking Civil Rights Act? People do vote their interest and vote what matters to them. Yes, people do need to hold politicians accountable. And that's something we always say on this podcast. You vote them in. If they don't do what the fuck they say, they promise, or whatever, you vote their ass out. But do y'all go and put it all on Kamala Harris or Joe Biden and this? Do you encourage people to vote on the city council? Do you encourage people to vote for the mayor, the governor? Guess what? All of the fucking laws that they passed on a fucking on a national level, guess what? They start at a state and local level. So those politicians matter too. Those people that you put in office matter too. So you another one. Get your shit straight and know what the fuck you talking about before you come out here telling people what to do with their fucking vote. When no matter what, at the end, you're going to be all right. Killer Mike's going to be all right. Kanye West going to be all right. Amber Rose is going to be all right. And so on and so on and so on and so on. That's all I got to say.
It ain't even that. It's I'm disappointed in this dude, bro, because at some point he not even making no sense at all, because it's not that he's saying get out and vote black people for your interests, right? He's not even saying that. He's just saying it's no meaning to the shit he's talking about. He basically talking about Democrats. He is not talking about Republicans. So he's sitting there screaming, all right, don't believe them if they tell you, somebody tell you they're gonna do something for you, man, don't believe them. What are you talking about, bro? Who? It's like, what are you talking? At this point, you make yourself look crazy, bro. When you sit there and motherfucker, like, it's not even Republican, Democrat at this point. We don't know who the fuck you are and don't care. It's just obviously what you're doing here. You're leaning towards Trump. Does that mean you're Republican? I don't know. But it's obviously what you're doing here, bro. But you disguise yourself as a black person that people love, people fuck with, people enjoy his motherfucking talents as far as music and movies. And you're gonna use that up to get your dumb ass on some Twitter or something, and really don't have no motive behind what you're doing. Then the first time you did this shit, you had this 9-point bullshit plan, right? Which was trash. And you only went to fucking redneck with that. So now this year, there's no two rednecks. You can't sit there and say they both the same, they both red, they both white and all this. You can't even do that. So now there's a black woman sitting there. You look so awful and so dumb. Now you're switching your argument to, don't just let them just do anything. Ask them for something. What do you mean? What are you talking about now? Now you're moving your argument around. First of all, that's the first problem we have. You're moving around now. Now you gotta ask. You gotta ask for something now. Don't let a person tell you that. What? Then you gonna sit there and say, Don't let them tell you people die for your vote. What the fuck? What made you say that? They went out there to vote. They didn't go out to die. Okay. If I was to take your logic and put it aside, what about the people that marched? What about the people that came? They came outside to march to vote for your black ass to vote. They didn't come out to actually vote at the time. They came out to make sure we can vote. What about them? What about Martin Luther King him fucking self? You jackass. That's the problem we got with your dumb ass. All due respect to your rapping and your music.
Yeah, I was gonna get onto that. And you say people died.
Like what?
It's like to be so dismissive.
Disrespectful.
Dismissive, and you right, disrespectful of the people who gave their lives and put their lives on the line for that right to vote. Medgar Evers was killed in the driveway of his own house by some motherfucking racist people because he was out registering people to vote. You had the three workers that was driving through Mississippi and was killed for that same issue. Martin Luther King marched on this until a fucking assassin's bullet took him out. The Reverend Al Sharpton, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, come on, and so on and so on. The Dorothy Heights, the Angela Davises, the Malcolm X's, all of these people went out there and died or put their lives on the line for us. In this generation, from my generation on, to have these rights that we have today. And for you to be so dismissive, that's bullshit.
You got to step out back.
Dismissive, and you, dude, I ain't got no more words for it.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody that know this is my favorite rapper of all time. Like I have respect for him. But bruh, like at this point, we don't know what you're doing. Like, this is not even MAGA. This is just what are you doing? Like, you gonna tell black people you ain't gotta vote, and if somebody tell you people die for your vote, you ain't gotta listen to that. What the fuck are you talking about? You're just not making, like, what is your point of speaking now? At first, we felt that you was leaning Trump and you just wanted Trump to get. Now, what are you talking? You just saying stuff now. It's like you're trying to say stuff like you're not with Trump, but the whole time everything come out your mouth, we know you talking about her. It's just the dumbest shit, bro. It's just like you moving now. Like when they changed Biden to her, it exposed so many people. It's just like you can't move your anger to her because you was not mad at her. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you this is bullshit now, yeah. Come on.
Look, Mr. Cube, O'Shea Jackson. Let me explain something to you.
Man, that's my man too.
I think this way he kind of fucked up in the head. It is a reason why the Taylor Swift and the Beyonce endorsements mean something. It is because they have people behind them. Taylor Swift and Beyonce at their concerts, and I know especially Taylor Swift, they register people to vote. That means when they're on tour in all 50 states, they got people set up. They got booths set up. And the people that go to their concerts register to vote. That means they have a group of people behind them that they have influence over, that listens to them, that can sway elections in all 50 states. Brother, you do not have that. If you get that, then your power will increase and your influence will increase. But you don't have that.
But that's my point. It's just like he using what he had to say nothing.
Right.
You're not really saying anything. You misinforming people, first of all, and you're giving impressions of something that you know was way worse than which impression that you're giving. Like you giving the impression that people didn't die to vote. They went out to vote. Then they died by racists that hung them. Like what? I never thought I would hear Ice Cube say some stupid ass shit like that, bruh.
From Mr. Fuck the Police.
Like what? But he really tried to make sense of it. Like they didn't die. They just died because they was going to vote, and then somebody racist killed them.
It's a racist showed up.
What?
Brother. Let me explain
But
this
they forget about everybody else though.
Let me explain this to you.
Wow.
Everybody, and I do mean everybody.
Wow.
From the top to the bottom that took part in the movement.
Wow.
Everybody who took part in the movement, when they left their house that morning, that day, was not sure, did not know if they was going to make it home that night.
What the motherfuckers were getting hung, and you don't hear about that was in the marches and all that stuff. What about the kids that had to get out of school because the grown-ups started getting so scared, they was locked up. They literally had to use, Martin Luther King had to use high schoolers to finish his motherfucking thing out.
Yeah.
Think about that.
What about
But this bitch ass nigga said when he just said,
what about the four little girls in the church? And if you want to talk about a person that you have seen, and you know his story, you can talk about John Lewis. That beating he took on the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Bro, you should be fucking ashamed of. I'll let Godfather get in before I finish.
You should
finish
be
him
flogged
because this is way. Go ahead.
This is way left.
I didn't hear what he said, but at the same time, his words is pointless to me because he don't make no sense himself. Somebody, his whoever his advisors are, you tell him he just shut up because he's becoming a Robert F. Kennedy Jr. A conspiracy serious. And that shit ain't healthy. He gets his PTSD check now because he's acting real stupid.
And I think it's something going on, man, bro. I get it, the big three, but right now it's more of him. All his money is coming from these redneck crackers, bro. It's just it, man. It's just like he's not rapping no more, so it's not coming directly from us. And his movies are he probably get residuals or something, but the company's got that, you know what I'm saying? And his little sitcoms, they own that. So most of his flow is from Big Three, and you know what I'm saying, old NWA joints. So if it's Big Three, the only people bankrolling that are the white ringers. And he can't come out and start talking about Camilla, and then they start cutting his checks, and then he don't have Big Three. So he's sucking all these crackers' ass to keep Big Three. So he gonna jump out there and saying shit that they want him to just keep saying shit about Democrats. Then he ain't gotta be Pacific or nothing. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, I mean, you could try to hide it. I mean, you could try to.
Yeah, that hiding was
he
over.
He could try to talk in code, but
he might have heard that shit the first year, but now at this point, it's a dead.
I say this:
dead duck. We know what you're doing, bro.
Do you notice, especially when Trump do it, that all of the entertainers, especially these rappers that he dig up from somewhere, because some of these dudes, I'm like, the fuck you get this motherfucker from? It is all people. Something going on. It is all people that they don't have a following. They're not out in the community. They're not rallying the community, or they ain't even rallying their fans. That's why they go so hard at people like Beyonce, Taylor Swift. What's the white woman that's been doing it for years? Barbara Streisand. They go hard and liberal Hollywood. These people bring something to the table. The George Clooney, they rallying people. So when they can say, "All right, we voted you in." I got enough support behind me to vote your ass out if we don't get this, that, and a third. Or we voted you in. Oh, do you need, we got to vote a senator in. We got to vote another representative in this state. We got to vote a governor, and you don't have that. If Ice Cube, you don't have that. So you know what they're gonna say? Fuck you. We gotta listen to him. He blowing smoke. Fuck his 9-point plan. That's why your 9-point plan didn't go nowhere. That's why if you came to the brothers and the sisters and you say, man, I got a plan, and they'll say, damn, it's a good plan.
That wasn't his goal, bro.
Yeah.
He to this day he haven't even talked to Kamala.
Fuck
so
no.
That's not his goal, bro. His goal was just to be a piece of shit for Republicans to beat up motherfucking Democrats.
But he refused.
He's
in
been
2020.
exposed.
In 2020, he refused to talk to her. He declined to talk to her on a Zoom call. He didn't want to get on a Zoom with her. But now you want to talk shit about her.
That's my point.
Bro, make up your mind.
Because he's full of shit. And what is it we supposed to be asked for? Right? Did you look at what the administration done this last 3 years? Just 3 years. It's just 3 years for the black community.
I'm gonna give you.
Do we know the list of this shit?
I'm gonna give you.
What is on his list? The fuck?
I'm gonna give him one thing, and this can shut him the fuck up. If you think black people's interests in so many ways aren't being looked after by Kamala Harris and the Biden administration, just look at what they did for HBCUs. And that's enough said.
Full of shit, bro. That's why I say, man, when these bitch ass niggas jump out there, it's cool for you to be motherfucking political, but just you gotta know what you're talking about when you jump out there, bro. You just cannot, like, man, Tony walking off the streets. That's an easy thing for us to not know what the fuck we talking about. We don't do that, right? There's no way y'all should be able to do that. At this point, y'all should know what y'all talking about, bro. We've been doing this 2 years now. We know what we talking about now. You feel me? Y'all been on following this shit for years and years before we did. There's no way in the hell ICU don't know what he talking about by now.
You shouldn't.
Like, come on, bro.
You should not Mr. Reality Rap, not Mr. Fuck the Police, not Mr.
You gotta remember he been political for a minute in his raps.
Since day one.
Exactly. And for him not to actually know politics is crazy as fuck.
I had an interview.
I'm lost. This is my man. Just hard me to beat him up. I got to. Damn.
I had an interview. I had it on. I'm gonna tell you how old this video this interview is. I had a video on a VHS tape where they was interviewing him by the pool, and he was talking about how gangster rap is the black CNN. Because you wouldn't know what's going on in the hood.
True.
If at that time they didn't put it on wax. I don't know what the fuck happened since then. But look, bro.
Not only that, his rhymes are all against the white man, all against the Oreo cookie. He even got a song called Oreo Cookie.
Yeah. And what you said about Jerry.
And that joint was a beast. I fuck with that joint too. I fuck with him, period. But that song Oreo Cookie was the shit. If y'all was to listen to his song Oreo Cookie, I want everybody, after we finish podcasting, take a listen to Ice Cube Oreo Cookie and listen to the ironic, the what he doing now compared to that song, and you gonna listen to yourself and just laugh.
And look, bro, I have more respect for you.
And you gonna laugh, bro, because he actually it's Oreo now. He actually his rhymes fits him now. It's the hardest shit.
He done became what he rapped against.
And that was one of my favorite joints. You remember VH1 what's the name? The Rap City, I think it was Rap City. Oh. BET
had Rap City.
I used to be at my grandma's house. My grandma had like 3 different rooms, right? I used to be in a little aunt room. And my aunt room had this little back room on the back side of that too, right? And I used to be in that joint, strictly motherfucker watching that joint. That was my shit, bro. I couldn't miss none of them joints. That was my shit. What? Close that door and watch that joint, man. That was my shit. I mean, all night I listened to that joint. That was my shit.
But I'm gonna say this before we move on to another subject. Look, if Republican ideas and Republican plans are for you, I don't have no problem with that. Vote what you feel. That's what's going on in your life. If you support Trump or MAGA or whatever, come out and say you do. Don't try to play both ends. Say what the fuck. Choose a side of the fence. Choose a side of the street. Whatever you want to call it.
Man.
But don't sit here and try to. You in the end, the people look. You're not going to hurt at the end of the day. The people that listen to you, that will go out or will not go out and vote, or go out and vote in a way that don't serve them in their lives, you're doing them a disfavor. They're the ones that's going to hurt. Dude, do you know why do you know why your 9-point plan didn't take a hold and Project 2025 did? Because they got a whole gang of fucking people behind Project 2025.
And plus, that shit he had, a 9-point plan, was garbage.
It was garbage anyway.
He did this on some research he Googled.
Yeah.
When this dumbass nigga went to the Black Caucus, they would give him a lot of information he needed. He would have known a lot about bills that was already passed. They ain't have to rap about. It's just some shit he would have learned.
Hey,
before he jumped out with 9 point. Yeah. Black people don't do shit. It looks so dumb, bro. He just blew me with that, man. He fucked me up.
I remember when it's pointless. I remember he just speak for no reason. He just speaks for no reason.
That's what I'm saying. It's unnecessary. What are you talking about?
The Googling stuff is a conspiracy theorist without even.
Oh my God! I remember when he did it, and he said it was called a 9-point plan for Black America. That was the number. That was the name of it.
Yeah.
Then after he came out with it, they called it a 9-point plan on Black America.
It just
that shit was no good at all.
Stupid. It was just dumb shit, bro. It's just shit that if you would took the time out to talk to some professionals or some people that have been fighting for some of this shit all their life, you would have got information that you wouldn't have put some of this shit in that dumbass book. Yeah. Just dumb shit, bro.
I mean, look, you and Tyrese, y'all gotta get y'all shit together now. Yeah, you and Tyrese gotta get y'all shit together. Look,
I put Tyrese in that.
Look, yeah,
you got to put them together.
You and Tyrese, look, this is a.
Now Tyrese on something different.
Yeah, these two motherfuckers right here is a reason why we need to fight people like Ron DeSantis and Trump and all these MAGA people who's trying to take Black history books out of the schools. That's a perfect example right there. Now, Ice Cube, I love your movies. I mean, I like your movies. I love your music. Tyrese, hey, I love your music, and I love the Fast and the Furious collection. I watch that shit all the time, back to back.
True.
So, look, we just want y'all. We want y'all. If you're gonna inform, be informed. Know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, don't just jump out that joint rapping about shit and you know some foul shit, bro.
Yeah,
or you don't know.
And let us know let us know what side of the fence you on. You don't want to lose your support in the Black community, but you want to support a fucking bigot.
So don't say you support the bigot. Just keep acting like Black people don't know what the fuck they talk about. They don't know what to do. We're not smart enough.
Wrong.
Don't pay no attention when they tell you that. Like what? And when they tell you they voted to die, they died. Vote. Don't believe them. Like what?
Fuck wrong. Okay, see, he said that shit's okay.
He made himself look stupid.
He said, yeah, man, some people died, but they didn't go out the house like they like they, they was planning to die. No shit like what? They was out there fighting for their voting rights, and some racists decided to ride down the street in a four-fare lane and then start shooting shit.
Oh my God! He fucked himself up with that.
Some racist was walking his dog and they say, bite the niggas.
I think that was the worst one. Before he did it, I mean, the 9 thing was bad. This was the worst one here. This disconnect me completely. It made me almost don't want to listen to this shit no more. I listen to his shit all the time, but this one here is a bridge. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
I'm a erase you from my Spotify.
Don't listen to nobody to tell you that Black people die for voting. Don't listen to them. What are you talking about?
Get something for your vote. Sell your vote. Who the fuck you think you is? Kennedy Jr.?
I think he drinking something. I think he on something, and he definitely is supporting the people that's paying for Big Three. You know that.
Oh yeah. That's I think that's up
because
with a lot of
Republicans are
them.
paying for Big Three.
Yeah,
It's something we ain't. That's out of our hands, right?
Yeah.
And right wingers are paying for the Big Three, and that's it for him. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if you want to be that, just don't say shit.
Just don't
shut your fucking mouth up, bro. You don't. What you're doing is just trying to eliminate some black people from voting, which helps your pig ass people that's helping your Big Three. We get that.
Hey, look.
But you want to eliminate your whole culture for that. Like you going back on everything you rap to me about. Like what the fuck? I listen to every word you said. Now you're going back on every fucking thing that I listen to.
Yeah, and since we on music,
shit.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get Q.
Make me mad. I can't even move on. He make me so mad.
I'm gonna get Q. Get Q a history lesson right now.
I told you a long time ago.
The backlash that you facing right now. You know what? Back in 70 something, early 70s, the shit happened to fucking James Brown. James Brown had the nerve to come out, and if you're talking about James, it don't get no blacker. It don't get no blacker than James Brown.
True.
James Brown came out during the campaign for Richard Nixon,
which is equivalent of Trump.
Said, and then let me see if I got the quote right. Nixon was gonna be black folks' best friend. Do you know how fast black people turned on James Brown?
I remember that.
We took him back. But
he didn't continue with it.
He didn't continue with it. He found out what Nixon was. He changed his fucking tune.
Yeah.
Quick. Please.
Yeah, that's the thing about these people. They're not realizing what's going on. They just don't want no information. They just want to keep saying what they're saying. And it's fuckt up.
And don't think we don't know what we talking about.
Dumbass?
Tyrese.
He made a complete idiot out of himself, bro.
Hey, he was.
They gonna give who he say?
They gonna give Asians a hate bill. It's illegal to do anything. He done skipped over black and brown and Latino people. Why the fuck him and Kamala Harris? How you gonna do that? When the black people gonna get a hate bill?
So they just ignorant fuck, bro. He gonna say how they gonna get a hate bill? How they gonna skip over black people and give them a hate bill?
Look,
what?
Anything. And if you think I'm right, you think I'm wrong, you're welcome to get me right.
But this is what he probably mad at her about, though.
Anything that any group of people get, there is no bill, there is no right, there is no nothing.
I'm the civil rights. So you forgot about that?
Yeah, there is no nothing that any group of people got in this country that black people didn't fight for and get first.
It's just like, where's their history? They older than us. They our age. It's like you should know what you're talking about. Like, what are we doing, bro?
This shit is
I don't get it.
Hey, this shit is tragic. It ain't even sad. It's tragic.
I'm kind of glad we started doing this podcast. It got me more informed. I was way more informed now than I was before. But me personally, I would think it took less than a year to be informed. Like these niggas is just dumb for decades. Like, what are y'all doing? Yeah, like you're not supposed to say what these two people said. I'm sorry.
In the form of Ice Cube,
not black people. You're not supposed to say nobody died for votes.
Right?
Like, what is that?
And for Ice Cube,
oh my, not Ice Cube. Damn, not Ice Cube. Fuck.
I told you a long time ago.
You done been here from the beginning of rap, but it makes me wonder. Was you sitting there writing all this shit just to be writing it just because it sound good?
That's the tough part about that. That's tough for me because I'm the one that's number one. I pay for everything came out of his mouth.
Yes, you did.
Right? And it's just tough for me. The words that was out of his mouth hits me. It was right. But was that him or not? Was he really, or was he just writing?
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to that now because this might be the real Ice Cube. Yeah. Now you see what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna give him credit for one thing.
But he got skills. He knew how to write stories that was from the hood. Now, whether he did it or not is now up for debate.
Now
that's up to debate.
But I'm gonna give him credit for this tonight. And this is the only thing I'm ever going to give you credit for ever again. And it is this. No Vaseline is the greatest diss record of all time.
Again, if you go back to No Vaseline, he encouraged the shit out of Jews.
Did he ever?
But now he kissed Jews' asses.
Jews like funding the big three.
Again, I can go over every song Don't be an Oreo. That's crazy to him now. You see what I'm saying? It's like all his songs are so vicious, but it hits to points that he doing there. It's like, bro, did you even listen to your? I think you forgot your songs.
Right.
Go listen to your shit, bro.
Hey, use a flip flopper.
Go listen to your shit. Speaking of songs,
and remember he said that shit about Hammer. What he say? You a hardcore hip hop. Look at you, boy. Now you done flip flop.
Oh yeah, Obama. Yeah,
he said that about Hammer. I know Hammer.
I'm disappointed in Q right now, bro. Yeah. I was mad at first because he jumped out with that stuff. Now I'm just disappointed. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
I told you.
Why would you say nobody died from? See, like you can't do that.
That's the problem.
Now you can't do that.
That's
Fuck that. Now speaking of music, right?
Oh yeah.
Trump is getting fined and sued all over the country, trying to use people's music.
I want my daddy's record.
Hey, bro. He can't play white music though. It's not gonna be about 30 seconds though.
Damn,
it's like, bro, nobody's not playing with you. Like, do not play my shit, nigga. Fuck you. It's not for 30 seconds worth of shit. Y'all can't let that play.
Hey, remember that day you hit me up?
Hey, bro, it's getting carried away too.
Remember that day you hit me up and I said I was watching a Trump rally. You hit me back with you. I think you said, "Huh?"
Yeah, I'm like, "What the fuck you doing ever?" Yeah,
I said I was watching. I had it on YouTube on the TV, and I was waiting for speakers to come. It was for a minute because I was doing something on the computer, so I had it on the TV. Man, this motherfucker was playing everybody's shit. That motherfucker had Michael Jackson, the Doobie Brothers.
They stopped him from Michael Jackson.
Yep. And I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers.
The food, food something. They stopped
the Foo Fighters. He had. They was
after a while. He gonna have to come and have join with some instruments.
Yeah, they was jamming.
That nigga ain't play nobody shit. No,
I'm sitting there. Listen, I'm enjoying the shit out of this music. I'm like,
Chris Rock. He can play Chris Rock though, right?
Yeah, he played Chris Rock.
See, Chris Rock probably can't even play Chris Rock.
Yeah, they own his music.
Chris Rock don't even own that
shit.
The
only motherfucker he can play is
Kenny Rogers.
Is Lee Greenwood.
Nope.
Kenny Rogers.
He used Kenny Rogers today.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
What's
Kenny Rogers song?
The Gambler. No, he was
something about American, ain't it?
No, that's not Kenny Rogers. That's Lee Greenwood. I'm proud.
There's another joint. He played Kenny Rogers too. He played him today. I think he's feeling his way through. He's trying to find what song they don't have a landmine on.
Yeah, it's like close. It should be close to 35.
Hey, bro. At this point, he cannot play nobody music.
He cannot play nobody.
Yeah.
He played. Then he came out with that ad. Then they put that ad out.
Gotta take that down.
They had Beyonce shit in it.
Oh no, she got sued ASAP for that.
Yeah, she was like, no.
This motherfucker Isaac Hayes, son or grandson?
Son.
And he sued him 52 times. He sued Trump.
That is records.
52. I think he said Trump played it 52 times.
And he won.
He wanted to sue him 52 times.
$3 million. I'm gonna sue your ass.
Hey, that's after Trump. He told Trump don't play it, right?
He said, don't play my daddy's
But
record.
he played it 52 times after that. So in his mind is you violated 52 different times.
You got to pay for every who was it? The Foo Fighters?
Hey, bro.
It was the Foo Fighters, right? That recently they said they're suing him for every time he played their record.
Everybody trying to get paid now, yeah.
And but they gonna donate all the money he get for them is going to the campaign.
Yeah, exactly. Now, my man here didn't say that. He didn't go that far. But let's hear what he didn't say.
4 years, he continued to use the music. After the rally here in Atlanta, James and I had a conversation. Said we really got to find a way to stop him from using the music, and this was the only means to be able to do that.
He looked like that.
He was also notified by BMI at a point 100 days ago to not play the song, but he continued to play the song multiple times after he was told not to. So that's copyright infringement, textbook copyright infringement. We are the copyright holders. A lot of artists are not often in this position to stand up for their copyrights because publishing companies typically own the rights to the music, but I always want to make sure that we are able to protect my father's legacy. My father lost the rights to his music a year before I was born. that music started to come back. So after 56 years, the last thing that we were going to do is sell our copyright, and we're going to defend and continue to gather more Isaac Hayes copyrights.
You know, the former president loves watching.
Man, as y'all can hear right there, is like my man just not having it. Like,
No,
you're not playing my father's shit. Period.
You're not playing my daddy's records,
and I'm going to sue your ass. He gonna get some bread.
Oh, he
don't know how much he gonna delay it. You probably never get it, but
he can't delay it.
no, Trump gonna delay all these things.
Yeah, he gonna delay that.
But eventually he gonna get paid for this, bro. 52 different times. No,
he gonna
you can't get away with that many. Just what's the name? Copyright George. You can't do it.
Yeah, go to court 52 different times.
That's a lot of copyright. You just 52 of them. If he sue him separately for 52 different joints, he gonna bust his ass open.
I want $1 million for everyone. Fuck $3 million. I want to.
Like, yeah, if he say $1 million for everyone, that's 52 million.
Break it down. Make me break it down. I'm gonna go for.
Now you know he can get more than $1 million for just one of them joints.
Hell yeah.
Now you see what I'm saying? He can bust them.
I can say $5 million for each time.
That's why Pacific said 52 times.
That's why
he wants all that.
This dude is cold.
He said he's gonna sue him too.
Yeah. This dude is cold blooded.
Yeah, the paperwork is already on.
Disrespect.
Exactly.
Cold blooded. And Isaac Hayes.
So he's not gonna play Isaac Hayes shit no more.
No.
He's not gonna play Beyonce no more ever. In fact, he gonna go to DJ and say, "Don't play nobody black, please." Just start there.
Just don't play nobody. Period.
We'll start it. Get rid of anybody black in your motherfucking crate, nigga. Get that shit out of here.
If you put anything, you make sure the copyright has expired. And
most DJs don't know that. That's gonna be a step too far than what they need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be a lot to know. Then they gonna say get rid of black motherfuckers first. Then they gonna say hip hop, get that out of here. Then just start a little bit country, just feel my way through. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Isaac Hayes the third for if y'all out there don't know, Isaac Hayes III has a social media. He has a social media site called Fanbase. Joe Tight too.
Oh shit, that's him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the fan base, Joy.
Yeah, fan base.
And that's what
Fanbase is Isaac Hayes III.
Where motherfucking bitch ass motherfucking versus bitch ass niggas suck that food ass Elon Musk when they could have did it with him.
Yeah, they could have.
Bitch ass niggas. I didn't know it was him all the time.
Yeah,
that was Isaac Hayes' son all this time.
Yeah, fan base is him.
With the fan base. Yeah. You knew that? Oh, I ain't know that. I see him all the time too.
Yeah.
Not knowing that was Isaac Hayes' son, bro. That's wild as shit.
Learn something new every day, huh?
Damn.
Yeah.
Cause seen him. Yeah.
I got an account. I don't go on.
He was talking to somebody the other day about fan base, bro. And he said it was growing and smoking.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, that's what's up.
The Joan tight.
And I didn't know that was him the whole time. That's wild as shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, though. He really, like you said, give him shots out for that. But more black artists need to help him out, get on that joint versus bitch ass niggas should have did it, but they didn't.
Because if
like
it ain't the only, it's one of the few black owned social media sites out there. So I got a fan base account
because he came on Rolling Martin when I seen him on.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was him the whole time. Mm-hmm. Damn, so that's what's up, bro. And good shot for him to making sure motherfucking Trump don't play his fucking father shit. He know his father wouldn't like this bitch ass nigga at all.
You know what?
Oh,
we're gonna start a movement. We're gonna move people from Elon Musk to X to fan base. All the people I know because Threads still kicking it.
See what help X is so intertwined with people think of Twitter.
Right.
So it's hard for people to disconnect those two things.
Yeah, it's just so much a part of your life.
As time go on, you realize things are changing. Like now you can't do for so much unless you pay this bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Or it's so much racist shit flying down your shit. It wasn't like that at first. You know what I'm saying? So it's changing. It's changing.
Yeah.
Brazil has to.
Oh shit! They banned it. Yeah.
They banned it from Brazil altogether.
Talking about that, we was about to get into that anyway before we get out of here.
For misinformation.
Now, exactly. So what he doing here, right? With Russian bots and all the shit they got going on. The fake bots he had the other day, the CNN found all on I don't know if you heard about that with his fake MAGA accounts, 30,000 of them.
Yep.
Yes, and
with
they
the
was
girl.
from Russia, yeah, and way overseas that they didn't know that was going on, and that's fake information, right?
Fake
Now
information.
Brazil is not having none of that.
Hell no. Because
You're gonna do that, they shutting the shit the fuck down, and that's that. Because you know, countries like that, you can start a fucking coup with that shit.
But you know,
that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You can start some shit up over there.
You know, there's a lot of shit going on over in Brazil now. It's a lot of shit in several.
Yeah. But overall, this is a problem because misinformation, right? And Brazil's a country that's too fragile to have a lot of misinformation. You know what I'm saying? They're going through that shit like that. So they banned it. Boom. You just done, motherfucker. Like, just imagine you wake up one morning, all your money come from Twitter, Twitch, whatever the fuck. You get on there, you talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? All your money come every week from this. Then all of a sudden you wake up, that's
45. That's 45 plus million people.
That's how people got to realize that this internet shit is not like a brick and mortar job. It's not a real job you're going into, right? You can wake up one morning, this shit will be just like they woke up in that joint in Brazil. It's just gone. It's just like, and this is where if YouTube is some shit like that, which is your only income, you got to expect one day waking up and it's just gone. It's the internet. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, over in Brazil, you know, we're gonna send a shout out to the people over in Brazil. You know, they dealing with them wildfires.
They're gonna find another
and a whole lot of crime and shit over there. People and all types of shit.
On top of that, they told them if they find a way around just to look at the shit, they get $5,000.
Yep.
That's like almost a year worth of work.
Cause I was one of the NFL insiders I follow, and they trying to find the people. You know, it's a football game. It was a football game Friday in Brazil. The Eagles, whoever the fuck the Eagles play Friday night.
Oh, I ain't know.
That's in Brazil, and you know, a lot of the insiders and you know the people that cover the NFL and the team, they on X, and that's how they they get the information out.
Yeah.
But they got to be over in Brazil for this game. They don't have no way. They trying to find another way to get this information, you know, to get they tweets and what is going on out. So I don't know. I guess they probably use it. A lot of them use Instagram too, but so I guess that's what's going. They're gonna be on the gram, but they can't. You can't.
See, the thing is about that, the NFL is going to have a representative for their. They're going to have many representatives for their Twitters. The thing is, when Brazil asked them, because they saw so much information coming, that it told Elon Musk, "Hey, we need a representative of your company in Brazil." And he said, "Fuck y'all." So they said, "Okay, fuck you."
Yeah, that's the thing is, Brazil said, "All right, your social media, but you gotta have somebody in the country representing your social media platform, right?" So Elon Musk had to have somebody in the country managing that shit, right? That was their law. That's their law. And he said, "Fuck you. I'm gonna have an interview with Trump right now. I'm busy." All right. And guess what? You busy, motherfucker? Okay, get your shit out of here. Then. Now think about it. They've been waiting for like 3 weeks for his answer, and think about what he's been doing. He's been interviewing what's his name, doing some other shit on live about the car, just ignoring him. Ignoring him, exactly. And I don't think he gave a fuck about that anyway. He didn't think it was that serious, right? Until that shit got shut that fuck down.
45 plus a million people. That's a lot of people.
Anybody know that we talking about Brazil Twitter? Well, not Twitter.
But I think the NFL they have representatives for those two teams and for the.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have America. Like, no. But they're gonna have to have a okay from Brazil to be on.
They're gonna have
everybody there.
I think they're gonna have a special commission where they're gonna have access code to get to it or something like that, where they can be able to
while they there, like the sportscasters and stuff like that. They gotta have a okay for that shit. That's crazy.
Site and do it.
That's what they said. They get fined $9,000. They do some other sites.
Just wait till they get out of wait till they get out of Brazilian airspace.
That's saying that's like if they shut it down here, right?
But you gotta realize the Twitter is instantaneous. whatever happens is your Twitter. Man, Twitter goes like this. Boom, boom. Each
Yeah.
team's Twitter is going off. Boom, boom, boom.
But
boom.
that's like
You know.
if they shut X down here and say, if you get caught with it, you get fined $9,000. Nobody touching that motherfucker.
Fuck that. That shit God almighty.
Ain't nobody trying no trick away to do it. None of that. That shit is over.
Going on Isaac Hayes joint.
It'll be over for sure. But I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Y'all got something to say we get out here though? I know y'all got something on y'all.
Just get out here and vote. Be safe. Let's get through 2024 with really to minimum to low casualties, y'all. Let's limit the casualties going into 2025.
So
y'all be cool out there. We see y'all again later on this week.
You
know how I go.
You know how we do for sure.
And y'all stop listening to the motherfucking fools out there.
But we here for all of you black motherfuckers out there that want to mislead. We here to straighten the record for y'all bitch nose. You know what I'm saying? That?
Yeah, the next part we're gonna talk about code switching.
Who's that?
We'll code switching.
But hey, when we come back, it'll be debate time, bro. Oh shit! We didn't before y'all. Hold. First of all, I need to know: do you think it's gonna be debate first, and then why y'all think debate? Who wins this debate? Come think of it.
This is what's gonna happen if it's a debate. If it is a debate, which I think that up until the last minute, I think he's gonna try to find a way out of it, unless there's no way out of it. If the debate goes down, I think it's the end of his campaign because I think he gonna go out there and act a fool. She not gonna act a fool with him. She gonna sit there and watch him act a fool, and she gonna act just like she in court, and she gonna light his ass up. And
you think she should be?
Take it.
I don't know. What do you think, Tom? I mean, sure.
I think if she can get him to get off the fact that she's tied to Biden, she's gonna kill him.
That tied to Biden thing, I'm not feeling that right there. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. They be saying she gotta get away from Biden. I'm not feeling that because Gore did that dumb shit. He got away from my man Clinton and didn't even campaign with him or nothing.
Yeah, that's what Gore fucked up. That's what Gore fucked up.
Like you can't take that. You gotta run with the motherfucker was successful, bro.
Yeah, Biden is still loved, and Biden is more popular right now since he dropped out than he's ever been doing this.
Because most of things like Clinton, you don't realize how good he did until he gone.
She cannot, because there's a lot of people. Look,
just like you ain't realize what Biden did until he gone.
Everything is good right now. Everything is great right now, but it is still a lot of people in the party that's salty about the way Joe Biden was treated. She cannot distance herself from him or act like, she fucking with him like that or getting away from him, or it won't look too good. So I think she gonna still cling to him, but she still gotta put her own ideas and her own thing out there.
I don't think she's gonna cling to him. I really don't, because her and Walsh got something different. So if she gonna cling to him and shit, yeah, then everybody gonna feel the same. Her and Walsh got something different. Only reason why they're together in Pennsylvania is because that's his home state. You gonna probably never see them again ever. She's always going to be with Walsh. If she's not with Walsh is somewhere at another campaign while she campaigned in another state. Those two are going to be together 90% of the time because they are.
She can't run from the policies. Huh? She can't run from the policies because she's part of the administration. So she can't run from the policies. And why would she? Because there's some good shit that happened.
Okay, my thing is, it's with policies. There's a Republican House that wouldn't do nothing. There's a Republican House wouldn't even do that to bring bills to him to sign.
My thing is,
about that. Everything can be done, but y'all want to why can't you do it now? Tell the motherfuckers the House to do their damn job. The Republicans. And shit build up
thing-
for this to get signed.
My thing is when she get in that joint, if she go in the debate, right, and just stay calm, first of all, and just do normal shit, just like when they ask you questions, just normal. You know the answers already and shit, and then stop making him. We already know what make him mad, right? The weirdo. So by her campaign this last month, she figured out certain things that trigger him, right? So the weirdo joint, you gotta bring that up in there. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's triggering him, the motherfucker, the abortion, everything that triggers this motherfucker, just bring it up. Even bring it up. I say, you question my heritage. Do you not understand how this works? With put that to his face. Fuck him up in there.
It's coming.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, get in his ass, bro. Once you leave there, just be calm with it. As long as she calm and just a lady, she gonna fuck him completely up because he's just a disrespectful pig. He ain't gonna be able to hide it.
She's a prostitute, so she's already on defense. So she already know how to handle her defense. She's looking at how to attack him and eat him alive. That's her job as a prostitute.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bloodbath, like Tony said.
The whole situation is this.
It's gonna be bad.
Oh, this mic muted.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
The whole situation is going down like this. I'm muted.
Huh?
Is I'm muted? Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be like this. Go out there, answer the questions, look presidential. Don't get into a shouting match with him. Lay out your case. Be the prosecutor in chief. And on the other hand, let Trump be Trump. If you let Trump be Trump, let him holler, scream, and look like a fucking maniac and lie and lie and lie. When he lie, check him on it. That's all you got to do. Calmly check him on it. That's not true. If he lie on you, I know, motherfucker, that ain't the truth. He got to do whatever he can to try to win this debate or knock her out in this debate.
That's what I mean. It's nothing he can do in this debate that can do anything like that.
If he don't win this debate and make her look bad doing it, his campaign is over.
It's just nothing there. Unless he drops something, it's gonna be a lie probably, but it's gonna make people like, what? Or something like that. And it make people have to look it up afterwards. It's something like that. And then if it end up being halfway true or massage true, then that's gonna be a hit. But I can't see it. It's just nothing there.
Like I say, I just think she's gonna go out there. I think she's gonna be lawyer-like. I think she's gonna lean on her training as a prosecutor. And if he lie, and if they let him, and if the moderators let him lie, she gonna get in their ass about it. She knows how to do it. And I think it's something it's gonna be something he ain't expecting. He got that dumbass Tulsi Gabbard. She the one that's supposed to be playing Kamala Harris in his debate prep. Okay.
Old people have old ideas. Young people have young innovations, new ideas, young ideas. He has realized that. This thing, he's old. He want old ideas. He want things old like they used to be. Kamala Harris young. Obama was young. Bill Clinton was young.
She already named a lot of shit already.
Ideas.
Like the 3 million homes. She already named some shit that's just already more policy than him.
She got another plan coming out this week. She said she's
gonna
make another one.
About this, but before we go, Trump saying he gonna have healthcare, IVF paid for the healthcare or by the state, but then he's still gonna vote no on the Florida state ballot. What y'all feel about that?
Oh yeah, he tripping, man. We saw about that earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the problem with that. He's flipping around because polls. He's looking at polls. It's making him say all that, but he don't mean nothing he's saying. So most of that shit is irrelevant because the party votes one way. They vote to get rid of that shit. So that's irrelevant what he's saying. He just want votes.
He just trying to.
I don't know where he's getting the votes from. My thing is, he got to realize that that he's never even though he was beating Biden, his supporters are that's it. His numbers don't go up.
But it was what 77 million or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. He banking on his mind. They same people won't come out.
Nope.
He don't understand. People dead. Half of those people dead that voted for him in 2016. Man, those people was old to vote for him, bro.
And even if they
He got to realize in his mind, he thinking, if I got 66 that year and I got 77 this year is gonna be 87. You feel me? That's in his mind. But he don't realize at the same time, Hillary got more than whoever ever ran in history. Then Biden got more than whoever ran in history. You feel me? So I think this time gonna be so stupid, more than people that ran in history. It's gonna be over the top.
Exactly.
For sure on this one, bro. This is gonna be a good one. But hey, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight for sure. It's gonna be a rough one.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV.